Well, my name's Cornbread. And y'all can probably tell I ain't from around these parts, okay? I'm from up where Tennessee and Kentucky and Virginia and Utah all come together. No, it's Virginia and Kentucky and Tennessee and West Virginia. Utah ain't in there. I'm sorry, I wasn't real good in geometry class in high school. Never could get them states straight. But I'm just pleased to be here. I really am. We just had such a great day down here today. You know, when I start talking, people just make some natural assumptions about me, and I want to set y'all straight on a little bit of that, all right? First off, when you talk like this, people start thinking that you're illiterate. Mom and Daddy was married 3 weeks before I was born, so don't you ever say I was illiterate. No, sirree. But I've had such a good time being here at the farm. I was here all day yesterday and this morning. I tell you what, I got to meet some people from Sweden. Did y'all know we got some people from Sweden here? We got Pastor Krister and his Idra. Yes, and Michael. Yep. I met them and got to talking with them there this morning. Found out that Idra right there, wave at them there, honey. She can speak 4 languages.
7.
7, okay, 7 languages. I know she can speak English and Swedish and Russian and Lithuanian. I didn't even know there was such a language as Lithuanian. So I asked her during the break after the service this morning. I said, hey, could you teach me to speak Swedish? She said, Kenny, I think I need to teach you how to speak English. But I tell you what, I'm having a great time up here tonight. All the singers have been so good, and I sat in here with this God's country, and I started thinking, I know them fellers from somewhere. I know I've met them before. I kept looking and looking and looking. Finally, I figured it out who they are, or who they was reminding me of. I was absolutely sure. Alan Jackson and the Duck Dynasty, all right? We got celebrities on stage tonight. But I come from a place where we do things a little slower than y'all do around here. I come from a little town, only got 500 people, 6 last names, okay? When we say everybody knows everybody, we mean in the biblical sense, okay? Our family trees don't fork. We do things slower there than y'all do up here. For instance, it takes us an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes on Sunday night. That's how slow we do things. When we want to go hunting, we drive towards town, all right? And we just don't do things like y'all do up here. I was raised right on the border with Kentucky, okay? Kentucky was the state where the toothbrush was invented. If it had been invented somewhere else, like Florida, they might have called it a teeth brush. But if you ever saw a woman from Kentucky, you know why they call it a toothbrush. Got that one right there in the front. Only one. We call that what we call the chameleon tooth. It starts out white, moves to yellow, becomes green, brown, and black. It'll never fall out. It just changes colors. But now, one thing they do have in Kentucky is they got some good horse farms. Yes, sirree. There, that Kentucky Bluegrass can grow you some horses that'll run fast. And I know this is a horse farm. Y'all got some good horses here. But I want to tell you, I lived near that horse farm where Barbaro was raised. Some of y'all remember Barbaro about 10, 15 years ago? They thought he was going to win the Kentucky Derby. He won He won the Kentucky Derby. And then he won the Preakness. And they thought he could win the Triple Crown, and he went up there to New York. Stay out of New York, okay? He went to the Belmont Stakes, and as soon as he came out of the gate, he broke his leg. Well, they brought the horse back to Kentucky, and they tried everything to save that horse. The horse died. People in Kentucky went in the mourning, sackcloth and ashes. They got the U.S. government to insist that the post office issue a commemorative stamp to honor Barbaro. Great thing about that stamp is on the front of it, you got a picture so you can see what he looked like. Flip it over the back and lick it, you see what he tastes like. Now, people sometimes will ask me if all this stuff I tell y'all is true. And I want y'all to know I am on the level with you tonight. I am on the level. Now, if we've got any single women here tonight, if you're single and a woman, you just wave, all right? I want to teach you something here. This is the educational part of my program, okay? If you want to know if a man is going to be on the level with you, you turn him sideways. If that man's got a bubble in the middle, that man's on the level. I ain't the only one on the level under this roof tonight. Now my wife, we both have put on a few pounds since we got married. We've been married 25 years. She'd tell me, she said, honey, I haven't gained all that much weight since we got married. I'm just retaining fluids. I said, honey, I ain't gained all that much weight since we got married either. I'm just retaining biscuits and gravy. But I tell you what, my wife, she had to have some work done. You know what I mean? First they had to work on her face. Then they had to work on the liposuction. They went in there on her hips and on her back and sucked out that fat out of her back meat. Then they did a tummy tuck. They cut her loose across through here and pulled that thing down and cut off about 4 or 5 pounds of skin. Made her a new belly button where the old one used to be. I love a natural woman. I do. Well, I tell you, I love her, but she is one of the worst housekeepers I've ever seen. Our neighbors had gotten so aggravated with her housekeeping, they'd make us wipe our feet before we go out of the house. But I'm just pleased to be here. It really is. I've just had so much fun down here. Y'all know they got this store down here called Dollar Tree? Y'all know the Dollar Tree? We don't have Dollar Tree up where I come from. No, sir. I went into that store and I looked and they had all this stuff. I went over and I saw some shampoo and I picked up the shampoo and I said, hey, hollered at the lady at the cash register. I said, how much is shampoo? She said, $1. I said, woo, I'm going to get some of that. I went over and I got me some Kleenex. I said, how much is this Kleenex? She said, $1. I said, whoa. I kept asking her what things cost. Everything I asked her, she said, $1. $1. Finally, the manager came over to me. She said, you can't keep aggravating the cashier. I said, well, I'm just trying to find out how much stuff costs. She says, everything in this whole store is $1. I gave her $1. I said, give me the keys and get out of my store. But if you wasn't here this morning, I tell you what, we had a great service this morning. Jace did some more singing, and we had some great speakers and everything. And I'd not heard a couple of the speakers, but I did hear one of the speakers. He's going to be singing later tonight, that Tommy Brandt. Y'all know which one I'm talking about? He's the good-looking one, smiles all the time. Smiles like this all the time. He was preaching this morning. Now, I had heard him preach before, but it's the first time I heard him preach live. First time I ever heard him preach was on a DVD. One of my friends, Johnny Rowlett, had mailed me a DVD of that Tommy Brandt preaching. Let me tell you, that boy can preach. He's one of them old-timey preachers. He was preaching on this DVD. Now, he don't preach like that now. I think he's got sophisticated. But he was preaching that one of them things that was something like what we call the mountain preaching. He was going, you can be among the deadheads if you want to, and the power of God's falling all around you. You can't feel a thing. You can find yourself a place where the showers of blessing come down the hearts, and you can throw away the umbrella and get yourself some of the blessings of God. It's up to you which way you want to go. I would love the feeling from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, and to know that God is alive. That's the kind of preaching he was raised on. One time he got to preaching, me and my wife and all the family were sitting there on the couch watching the DVD, eating their popcorn, drinking their RC Cola. Time he got done at the end of that DVD preaching, I want you to know, our whole family got off the couch. We got down in the floor. We rededicated our lives. Both my dogs got saved and we baptized the cat. I'm not sure, but I believe the cat was Pentecostal because it was speaking in tongues when it came up out of that water. from, like I was telling you, we live way back out in the sticks. Matter of fact, we live so far back in the sticks, even the Presbyterians handle snakes, okay? Now you ask me, you say, well, if the Presbyterians handle snakes, what do the Pentecostals do? We handle bobcats, all right? You got to have faith to pick up the bobcat, especially when you don't know if he's rabied or not. But I tell you, I've had just such a great time being here, and I just want to tell you, I am excited about ICCAN and about all this country music that y'all are hearing. It just blessed my heart. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate all y'all being so nice to old country boy. And if y'all want to come over to my store at the Dollar Tree, I'll make you a really good deal.